Palma. Oh,
man.
pass. That's unfair, and Palma 7 points in the game.
To Del Fuentes.
Oh, wow.
Delgado takes the shot and knocks it down. Maloria is open. Three-pointer.
Oh, my goodness!
Face a jumper by Robin Celis. Caballero has time. Now it gets hard to Rosso. Turnaround jumper. Oh my goodness.
We continue our coverage here in the City of Life in Binyan, Laguna. Nandito po tayo sa loob ng Alonte Sports Arena for the second game of our Wednesday triple header. And these two guys, they will be challenging each other, but also they've been challenging Father Time. Itong si Alex Cabagnot and Chito Jaime for their respective squads. Chito Jaime has come up huge in numerous times para dito sa Pasig City. Alex Cabagnot, the reigning MPBL Player of the Week, coming off perhaps his best performance in the Basilan uniform. And they will take on Pasig City here in the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. Magandang gabi mga kaliga, Ken Panglinan alongside Coach Mike Perez. And Coach Mike, these two teams on the rise in their respective divisions. And stylistically, I think they match up pretty well.
Oo, maganda yung matchup nitong dalawang team na ito. And apart from them matching up in this game, it's very important na manalo sila dito sa team na to at least stay in the middle of the pack. Lalo na their next 3 games are gonna be very crucial ones for them.
Napapanood nyo kami on our official Facebook page and YouTube channel, and also on Solar Sports every Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays starting at 6 p.m. And Coach, silipin ulit natin ang ating team standings. Unahin natin ang North Division. Remaining undefeated team ang Nueva Ecija, 14-0. Pasig City, ito binanggit natin, Coach Mike, nasa number 9 na sila ngayon. And unti-unti silang umaangat given their wins in the last couple of games.
Oo, couple of games na pinanalo. As a matter of fact, 4 of the last 5 games actually they won, and they're on a 2-game win streak. So napakahalaga nitong laban na to para sila at least staying in the middle of that pack, because you don't want to slide on the bottom 5 of the standings, especially as the season goes.
Itong South Division naman, silipin natin, Basilan 6-7, number 9 din, pero hindi sila nalalayo sa mga ilang teams na nasa itaas, especially yung Mindoro and Batangas City. And this team, pag-uusapan natin itong Basilan Stars, Coach Mike, we've been waiting for them to turn the corner. And you know, perhaps this could be it because they've won their last 3 games, including this one. Ito yung pinaka-importanting laban, yung laban nila against the Mindoro Tamaraws. And they backed on a strong start. Humabol yung Mindoro in the third, but they were able to hold off the Tamaraws in the fourth quarter.
Oo, totoo yun. And they shot the ball real well at 47.6%. Kahit na -6 sila pagdating sa offensive rebound, ang ganda man naging balik sa kanila dahil yung bench nila, napakarami ng tulong na nakuha nila dyan. 59 points from the bench. Alex, Adi, and Jervy Cruz combining for 48 of that 59 points. And yung tatlong players na yan, very crucial in that run early in this game para dito sa Basilan.
Let's see if they could sustain that winning form para dito kay Coach Rich Alvarez and the rest of Basilan. Kalaban nila ang Pasig City na parang ganun din, no? Yung naging tema nung laban nila against Val City Magic. Maganda simula nila. They led by 11 at the end of the third. Humabol yung Val City in the fourth quarter, pero they were able to pull out the stops in the end.
No, if not for their offensive rebounding and the really good performance of Warlo Batak, who has again scored in double figures already, complementing the hot start of Jess Kilatan, you know, the plus 17 offensive rebound resulted to more points, a second chance points for them, which was a plus 7. And yung 29 na bench points na yan, where you had Batak with 12 and Reyes with 8, combining for 20 of those 29 bench points. And so the hope is magpatuloy itong magandang performance nitong mga players na ito para dito sa Pasig.
Alright, it's Basilan kontra Pasig City in our second game. Punta na natin si Richard Campos for our starting lineups.
Forward number 8, Sherwin Concepcion. Also at forward number 11, Gab Dagangon. At guard number 19, the Poker, Eman Calo. The head coach, Rich Alvarez. Assistant coaches, Carmelo Navarro, Rob Labagala, Arnel Siap, Chilito Caro, and Dan Rose. Team Consultant, Mac Tan. Assistant Team Manager, Timothy Pua. Team Manager, Bernard Young. The starting five for Pasig City. At guard number 1, Warlo Batak. The other guard number 7, Robbie Manalang. At forward number 10, Mark Montuano. Playing center number 14, Lester Tamayo. Forward number 28, Chito Jaime. Their head coach is Aldrin Morante. His assistants are J.R. Villanueva, Lance Inco, and Richard Rosales. The team owner is Mr. Buddy Encarnado.
Starting five brought to you by OneXBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with OneXBet. Basilan in white. They will start off with Eman Calo, Raymar Caduyak, Jason Grimaldo, Gav Dagangon, and Sherwin Concepcion. For the guys in blue, Tropang Pasig, Robbie Manalang, Marlo Batak, Lester Tamayo, Chito Jaime, and Mark Montuano. And our referees for this ball game, Jonathan Kanda, Efren Aganan, Halirik Damikog, and fourth man is Chester David.
Chito Jaime starting his 10th, 11th start here para dito sa Pasig. Samantalang dito naman sa Basilan, Eman Calo getting his 9th start out of the 14 games that he's played.
This guy has stepped up as of late. Ito si Raymar Caduyak. Hindi man nagre-reflect sa numbers, Coach Mike, pero yung impact na meron siya, no? Right off the bat, that was a great pass towards the direction of Jason Grimaldo.
And he came in, you know, highly, very promising para dito sa Basilan. A guard that's got really good reads and good decision making. And yan ang hinahanap nitong Basilan, playing a lot of offensive schemes as well on their end.
Mark Montuano, who has struggled lately for Pasig City, welcome sight, knocking down his first basket. Eman Calo, pull up, good. Agad panimula para dito sa Basilan.
Isa na yun sa mga top perimeter shooters nila si Eman Calo. He roughly gets about half of his shots in from the perimeter at 50.9 shooting for a game.
Tamayo. Oh no, it's an offensive foul. He thought he got away with it, but much to the chagrin of Coach Aldrin Morante.
Medyo pwersado right through the chest of the defense right there.
This guy coming off his best performance this season. Only had 9 points but grabbed 13 rebounds, 8 on the offensive glass, Coach Mike.
Yeah. Doon mo naman talaga siya maasahan. Concepcion, let's go that 3.
Had time to set his feet but way off on that shot.
And I feel itong Basilan, Ken, having guys like Adi Santos, Alex come off the bench, ang laki ng lift na nakukuha mo for the game.
And those two, I feel like they have found that chemistry. You know, Adi Santos, as you saw Gab Dagangon score, you know, he thrives when he runs to the rim, and Alex is one of the greatest outlet guys that we have. And so, si Adi Santos, yung uptick in production niya, very evident.
Totoo yun. Tsaka malaking bagay talaga, lalo na for Alex. You know, well-rested, getting into the game, getting a good, you know, observation of how the game flow is going before he gets himself involved.
Sa mga first parts talaga ng season, itong Basilan, you felt like they were laboring.
Yes.
Pero ngayon, just see the flow in their offense. Even though that resulted to a miss, maganda yung ball movement nila doon.
At saka huwag natin kalilimutan, may mga games na very close yung natalo sila. I recall that one in Pasay where they were one possession away from really executing, and so very much winnable games. I'm sure if they could just go back and redo that game, they'd make their corrections, especially in the end game. And I think that's one thing that they've worked on as they went through these succeeding games.
Niluwa yung tira sa labas ni Sherwin Concepcion. Warlo Batak. This is a big lineup for Pasig City. Warlo Batak is playing the 2 spot. And now he tries a free. Can't hit it. Nakita mo yung tatlong bigs nila, Coach Mike. Lester Tamayo, Mark Montuano, Chito Jaime.
Big and strong. Tsaka may ano, no? May spacer ka in Chito.
Still here for Pasig. Tatakbo sila dito. Batak, back to Tamayo. Multiple pump fakes. Up. Strong for the basket. Plus a foul. Lester Tamayo picking up from where he left off.
Oh yeah, definitely. Almost a double-double in that game.
Play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Oh, muntik na mag-double-double yan versus Valenzuela in their last match. And he just provides that inside presence alongside kay Mark Montuano. While you do understand that si Coach Aldrin pretty much guard-oriented yung a lot of his schemes. You have Rocky there, you have Jess Kilatan amongst the other guards. And you'd like yung complementary bigs that he has in the roster.
Okay, inaayos nila yung ating game clock dito. At around the 6-minute mark of the first quarter. And Lester Tamayo just about to shoot the bonus. But like we said, very intriguing yung matchup nito, no? Because you know, both of them on the rise in their respective divisions, lurking behind. So official time left here in quarter number 1, 6 minutes and 35 seconds.
And Lester Tamayo, it pretty much has been a huge help on the offensive rebound. You're not surprised that he got 8 offensive rebounds in their last game against Valenzuela. He is actually their best offensive rebounding guy at almost 3 offensive rebounds per game. Just understanding how to position himself inside after a teammate takes a shot.
You know, he's one of 5 guys averaging at least 2 offensive rebounds a game. And that's a big part of the success so far of Pasig City. They're number 5 in terms of second chance points and offensive rebounds. 15.2 second chance points, 16.7 offensive rebounds. Napakalaking number yan para sa Pasig.
Trabaho rin kasi talaga sila sa loob ng paint, and that's why pagdating sa rebounds, you know, they're number 4.
And you know, that's the thing, Coach Mike, because when you look at their roster, parang si Warlo Batak lang talaga yung that guy that could jump out of the gym. All of these guys, you know, wide-bodied pero not really athletic. Pero yun nga the fundamentals that they have and you know the effort in grabbing those offensive boards, giving them multiple shot opportunities. Especially with a team, oh look out, Warlo Batak. Ooh, can't finish. Kaduyak able to alter that shot.
Sayang yung pagkakataon na yun. Oh, turnover.
Batak na agawa ni Eman Calo. Great cut. Concepcion off the glass and in. Wild sequence there, but Basilan coming up on top.
The beauty of a weak side slot cut. That time, ganda ng pagkaka-timing nung move na yon para kay Sherwin Concepcion. Everybody's vision turned away from Concepcion, and he went in there and made that cut.
Quick catch and shoot for Chito Jaime as we approach the halfway point of quarter number 1. Kaduyak, ganda nung pasa. Dagangon can't hit it though. Grabs his own miss. The floater will drop.
Napaka-importante ng kumpiyansa nito ni Gab Dagangon na patuloy na tumataas para dito sa Basilan. You cannot solely rely on Cabagnot and Santos to be providing you those points, and he's just been that third guy that could potentially be a good rotation piece para dito sa Basilan alongside sila Eman Calo, of course.
Foul called on the Star Horse. Kaduyak called for his first foul. This assist of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Well, you like that he made that cut. You like that he was able to stay in control with the 2 feet gaming. And you like that he was able to finish through contact against that defense by Rob.
Asidre kakapasok lang. But way off the mark on that 3-point attempt.
So far, shooting been a struggle here for Pasig. Shooting only 25% versus almost half made para dito sa Basilan.
Eman Calo. Pasa sa kanan. Gab Dagangon sets his feet. Fires and buries a 3.
28% three-point shooter who's not afraid to take those shots, especially if you leave him open.
3-point shot brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances.
That was well set, you know, on that little stagger, that left side of the floor. But since he saw that defense closing out of him, you know, one dribble escape, and that lift and that make.
They have a timeout by Pasig City. They're down by 8, 13-5. So with us here at the Alonte Sports Arena in Binyan, Laguna. Our 9th time this season. And great to always be here.
Oh, yes.
Special deal from 1xBet. Scan a QR code and claim your special offer.
This is one of my favorite venues. Binyan, Alonte Sports Complex.
Dami mo yata memories dito, Coach Mike eh.
At saka malapit.
Ayun naman pala.
Oo naman.
Mark Montuano pumuhol. At may papasok yung tira from 20 feet.
At saka one of the reasons why I love this place, because Binyan is a city that loves its basketball. I mean, every summer, no, makikita mo yung mga liga dito at quality basketball players here in this side of the south.
Keith Pito also in for Tropang Pasig. Montuano catches against Grimaldo. Hand off to Robbie Manalang. Keith Pito, his sweet spot. But can't convert. Alex Cabagnod grabs the rebound for Basilan. Oh, great look. Supal pa lang inabot pero may foul. Tinawag laban dito sa Pasig.
Ganda ng pasa ni Eman Calo. And you just really like his vision. Wherever he plays, you know, he plays with a lot of joy. And you see when he released that pass, natuwa na siya dun sa salo. Sayang lang, hindi pumasok.
We have a challenge by Coach Aldrin Morante. And we'll have a short break. We'll be back for the result.
The challenge made by the Pasig City is unsuccessful. Foul on Lester Tamayo is
Successful
second.
challenge. And Coach Aldrin is shaking his head. Let's see this play one more time.
Inabot. Inabot yung kamay.
Yung kamay, no?
Yeah, inabot yung kamay.
Sean at the line. for Basilan. He too has had an uptick in production. You know, prior to his scoreless outing against Mindoro, he has averaged 13.5 points in a 4-game stretch, Coach Mike. Siya rin nag-struggle nung simula to si Sherwin. And remember, this guy led Mindoro in scoring. He was averaging close to 18 points. So yung potential for him to break out has always been there for Sherwin Concepcion.
At saka yung yung perimeter percentage niya, yung 3-point percentage niya, and the free throws, everything very solid. 50% from the perimeter, about 36% from 3, and 81% from the free throw. So you like for him to get involved offensively, especially you know, in crunch time, because he's got that good touch in making shots.
Jimmy Pastoran and Jervy Cruz checking in for Basilan.
Isa pa yan si Jimboy Pastoran, another good guard rotation para dito sa Basilan. And Jervy Cruz, we all know what he can do, especially on stagger screens, just like what we're seeing right here.
Adi Santos talking about it. Kicks it back out to Jervy Cruz. Lobs it inside. Gab Dagangon has the size advantage over Pido, but can't finish. Keith Pido, babawian naman si Gab Dagangon sa kabila.
Well, Gab Dagangon pretty much on catch-up mode all throughout that move. He never got to the front of Keith, and so he scored on him.
Pastoran navigating through that screen. The cut by Jervy Cruz. Off the glass and in.
Now you've got very high IQ players on the floor right now. Jervy Cruz, Adi Santos, Alex Cabagnot. Sama pa ba yung si Jimboy at saka itong si Gab Dagangon. I feel, apart from Eman Calo in there, this is a really strong 5 para dito sa Basilan. Talang itong itong Pasig really staying on the hefty side, especially down on the paint.
Fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme X Pop, personal karaoke speaker, everyday karaoke.
At saka isa sa pinangahawakan talaga nitong Pasig, they're very efficient when it comes to turnovers. Matter of fact, they're number 1 right now, having only 10.9 turnovers per game.
Pero yun, turnover ang pinamigay ni Warlo Batak. Adi Santos, malakas yung kanyang layup.
Gotta take him back now. Gotta make them pay for that miss.
Warlo, pass to Jacob Galicia, and Pasig City just within 4, 15-11.
Good execution of the missed attempt.
Cabagnot, the pass to Cruz, had to adjust. Fight for the rebound. Ends up with Pasig City.
Alam mo, laking bagay ng addition ni Jervy Cruz dito sa rotation nitong Basilan. Because previously, it was Adi Santos who was doing that 2-man game up top. Now you put in Jervy in there so that Adi can concentrate on the offensive rebounding factor. So he's helped a lot in that department.
Again, the outlet of these two guys. Pero nandun si Jacob Galicia to break it up. Yung sinasabi ko alam ni Alex basta tumakbo si Adi, he's available for that pass. But credit Pasig City staying with it and forcing an offensive foul on Basilan.
And Keith really just refusing to get screen. He didn't want to get screen and be beat on that middle ball screen action. Kaya natawagan ng foul doon si Jervy.
Time winding down in the first period. Montuano.
Oh, yes.
Oh, man. Making that three-pointer, has 7 points. Half of Pasig City's output here in this period.
The third when it comes to three-point attempts. And so hindi ka nagugulat na tinira ni Mark Montuano yun. They're averaging 31 attempts per game.
8 seconds remaining. Alex Cabagnot pulls up from 3. No foul called. Adi Santos the save, but not enough time for Hoson to put up a shot. And first quarter in the books. At ang Basilan, maganda ang simula. Pero itong Pasig City hindi rin naman nalalayo as they were able to finish strong here in the first quarter.
Oh, totoo yan. A better finish in the quarter para dito sa Pasig. But they did struggle from 3. They're 1 out of 6. So does Basilan. They're 1 out of 8. And up and down action. We've seen 6 fast breaks for Pasig, to which Basilan really more concentrated on their half-court set, especially with guys like Adi Santos, Jervy Cruz, and Alex Cabagnot already joining them in the roster.
Basilan heading into the second quarter with a 1-point lead over Pasig City, 15-40. Still with us here at the Alonte Sports Arena, John Hamon is in the building, as well as Ladis Lepalam.
Taga-South ba si John? Tingin ko taga-South.
Well, yung team nila nasa South Division,
Oo
Cebu
nga.
Classic.
Oo nga, nasa South Division. But I mean, it's dito sa Southern
I'm not sure.
NCR.
I'm not sure. I have to ask.
One of the really good scorers we have here in the MPBL. Tsaka clutch yan.
Siyempre,
Oo,
medyo similar sila nito ni Rocky Asidre.
correct.
Di ba?
Oo. Veteranong may
Licensed gunner.
license gunner, may tapang,
Isa pa to,
Jay Gars.
Jay Gars.
Oo. Yan ang walang katakot-takot tumira.
Mhm.
At may, may karapatan.
Yan yung field goal shooting natin in quarter number 1. Both teams shooting below 40%.
Mhm.
Pasturan receiving the pass from Jervy Cruz. Shot clock winding down. Fadeaway jumper by
Yeah.
Pasturan. Oh, that's a tough shot.
Yeah, I'm a guy who's a firm believer of Jimboy Pastoran being a very positive contributor para dito sa Basilan. Imagine if he plays with a lot of confidence and he performs the way he performed when he was playing for Manila. Lumalalim yung guard rotation itong Basilan.
One and done by Pasig. Cabagnot, outlet, Hoson. Jockeying for position, Galicia. Caught with that foul. Wrestling with Adi Santos down low.
Oh, gandang matchup rin yan. Jacob Galicia and Adi Santos, both very feisty players that love to play through contact inside the paint at kayang sumabay sa pace ng game.
Both teams not shooting the ball well from the outside. 1 of 7 ang Pasig. 1 of 9. Make that 1 of 10 after that miss by Cabagnot from 3-point distance.
A second miss from 3 para dito kay Alex. Oh, Keith using all the experience that he's got. You're driving left side of the floor. First thing you want to do if you're a right-handed guy, create that space. Little shoulder bump. Enough space for him to finish.
Nawala sa eksena doon si Jimboy Pasturan.
Ganda ng goal.
Cabagnot, same spot, same result, a miss. Santos look to save the basketball but turned over against Basilan. Last break of the game is brought to you by Extreme X Play on-the-go speaker. Take your music anywhere.
Ito yung biglang change of direction. He was primarily going to that lane side of the floor, but he says, no, I'm seeing an open spot on that left part, and so I'm gonna attack that.
Agaw ni Mahari. Quickly to Adi Santos. Turnover though. Jay Gars onto the front court against Alex Cabagnot. Lays it up and in.
Good decelerate by Jay Gars. I feel in the last 2 possessions, medyo nagmamadali itong Basilan. It's okay to play with a lot of pace, but you gotta be quick but without rushing.
First taste of the lead for Pasig City. Santos this time is called for that foul.
Ito na yung mga runs ng Pasig, na kailangang pagkaingatan mo kung lumalaban ka dito sa Pasig because they do have these runs in game.
This is Jerome Garcia trying it strong to the basket. Nahirap kasi dyan sa Pasig, Coach Mike, di pa nga tumatama yung mga tres nila eh.
Oo. Well, both teams actually have not done well from 3, 14, and 9% for Pasig and Basilan respectively. And so pretty much inside plays like this is where the scoring is coming from.
Layup good by Lester Reyes. Tatlo lang lamang ng Pasig. That ball bouncing off the foot of John Mahari. Another turnover against Basilan. Play the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Good decision by Rocky after getting that a couple of defenders on him and just hit that roller in Lester.
Alicia fades away. No. Tempra kakapasok lang, grabs the rebound, and he was fouled. Reyes, just his first foul. Coach Aldrin Morante. Naatasang pamunuan itong new look Pasig City squad. Jeremy Cruz.
Quickly nakita mo si Lester doon. Nilocate kagad si Jervy. Alam niya kung anong gagawin. Oh, wow.
That was vintage Jervy Cruz.
He will try to back you down until he gets you to a space where he can go to his footwork. And the thing is, kaya niya tumira sa labas. And so either way, you gotta pick your poison.
Pero yan, throwback sa UST days niya.
Ay, oo naman.
No, he has evolved into a much efficient shooter from the outside. But you know, with UST, talagang nagahari siya sa ilalim. Si Jervy Cruz. Jay Gars, walang alinlangan, knocks down a free.
And when he's free, you know, he's gonna take it. Pretty much this season, medyo struggle siya from there. There's a blitz right there near half court.
Pasig City really aggressive and forcing another turnover.
Well, this is more like the Aldrin Morante defensive scheme. You know, getting them to trap zones.
3-point shot brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances.
And you push that ball handler away from the paint or the middle of the lane, trying to get them to the half-court line or to the sideline and make it difficult for them to execute anything from there.
Garcia, he is feeling it. Now he attacks. The floater will not drop though. Eman Calo returns and grabs the rebound for Basilan. Calo, pass inside. Tempra sets his feet. Another steal for Pasig City. Tatakbo sila dito. Rocky Asidre, kick out. Kilatan, back to Asidre for free. No good.
Gotta take it.
Garcia, same spot, same result. A 3-point conversion for Jay Gars.
Coach Alden would not have been happy if he had put that ball on the floor and attacked that middle lane, because he knows that Jay Gars actually got that shot. And Carlos, you know, doing everything that he can to keep this game real close for Basilan.
Going past the defense of Jerome Garcia.
Generate that closeout, got him in the air, and attack that open post area. Pretty much basic basketball for Eman Calo. And this time around, hockey pass to a shooter in Jay Gars. You gotta take it.
Prior to that basket by Eman Calo, Pasig City was in the midst of a 17-4 run.
Jay Gars nakikipagkwentuhan pa sa atin.
Ano sabi?
And did you see my shot? Scorer talaga eh.
Sa loob.
High low.
Oh, Galicia. Basket and one. And Jervy Cruz called for that foul.
And you know what? Itong Pasig and Basilan, iba't ibang paraan ng paglalaro, no? That good finish inside.
Free throw missed though by Jacob Galicia, but Pasig City now up by 6.
Takbuhan versus setup, no? Parang ganun ang labanan.
Cruz. Tatuyak pass to Calo.
Good
Sa labas,
kick.
Jervy Cruz, libreng-libre para sa 3. Off target. Garcia pushing it. Batak. Challenging Eman Calo. Lays it up and in. Plus a foul.
And that's a foul on Eman Calo. Parang wala pa yung bunggo, nakababa na siya eh. Well, he was anticipating it.
Yeah. He wasn't square, Coach Mike.
Yeah. Isa pa yun. At saka, he was really hell-bent on attacking that lane. Ito, speaking of Warlo Batak. He's a young kid that has helped, lalo na pa sa steals para dito sa Pasig. He's the third leading steals guy with 1.3 per game, Warlo.
I feel like, Coach Mike, the prospects of Pasig City making a deep playoff run hinges on the untapped potential of Warlo Batak.
Yes. I feel if Warlo, given his athletic ability, would unearth the 2 feet gaming inside the paint, he's gonna be tough to cover inside because he jumps up so high and he just has to have control going inside the paint.
Basta in transition,
Oo.
matchup nightmare agad
Oo.
siya. Raymar Kaduyak getting the steal. Pinangga siya doon ni Jess Kilatan. 3:45 left here in the second period. Basilan down by 6.
And you see the demeanor of Kaduyak, really just laser focused. No fancy anything. I'm just gonna defend. I'm gonna try and finish if that lane is available for me, and if not, then I'm gonna find a teammate that's open for that attempt.
LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. Sablay unang free throw ni Raymar Kaduyak, former LPU Pirate. And he really played well with guys like the Marcelino twins, CJ Perez, Mike Harry. And he was probably the unsung hero there when they were playing under Coach Tobex Robinson when they had those runs in the NCAA.
Yes, agree. Tsaka
Nag-iinit, nagliliyab ang mga kamay ni Jay Gars.
Wow. Jay Gars right now is 3 out of 4 from 3.
Reminiscent of his performance against Bataan.
I don't think he's done yet. We're gonna see him one more. There's a stagger here. Post split. He's gonna take it.
Na libre para sa tres. That time no good. Gab Dagangon was leaking out but can't catch that pass.
Lakas ng pasa for Gab. Daming mga instances na ganon right now na nagiging turnover.
About this guy waxing hot here in the first half. Jerome Garcia. Galicia gets it to Warlo Batak. Akatake sa loob. Batak spins, floats it up and in.
You see, if he plays with a lot of control inside the paint, to add that sweet deceleration, ibang klase rin eh.
26-9 run for Pasig City. We've seen this kind of outburst from them. Remember that game against Batangas City?
Right.
Nung nag-init naman doon si Rocky Asidre. Now it's Jerome Garcia's turn to find the range. Galicia wants to join the party but can't hit that free.
This is a 21-9 quarter here in favor of Pasig.
The lob inside. Dagangon can finish.
They've been scoreless for quite a while here. Empty field possessions rather for Basilan. Numerous times ever since this run by Pasig.
Backdoor, Warlo Batak. And Pasig City just methodical in their attack, Coach Mike.
Oh, yeah. And really just trying to find open teammates inside. And I guess the difference now is that they're not hurrying things. There was a part earlier where Basilan, what I felt, was rushing it. And there were a couple of assists that Eman Carlos' pass could have ended up with a basket, but didn't.
Warlo Batak from Malolos, Bulacan, played for Bulacan State University. 12 points, 6 rebounds, 4 steals. In that game against Val City, was instrumental in holding off the Magic in that game in Pampanga. Pasok yung pangalawang free throw. 12 na ang lamang ng tropang Pasig. 22-9 ang scoring natin here in the second period. Emancalo lob
There you go.
inside.
There you go.
That's a good, well-executed play resulting to that end one opportunity for Sherwin Concepcion.
And you just love it when teams execute actions like those. Just very basic slot-to-slot pass and a little high-low. Nobody got to cover. Sherwin inside, and he finishes with the left hand.
That time operating from the inside, Sherwin Concepcion.
Everybody got converged on that right side of the floor, which left the other weak side for Sherwin to operate on. And he's done a good job of cutting on the weak side of the floor.
Free throw pumping out though. So this remains a double-digit lead for Pasig City. Lester Reyes gives it up to Jesky Latan. Laban kay Raymar Caduyak. No, interestingly, Coach Mike, for Pasig City, they've done this without the services majority here in the second period of Chito Jaime and Robbie Manalang.
That's right. And I think these guys match up well against this roster on the floor for Basilan.
Warlo Batak got fouled on his inside incursion. 2 more free throws coming out for Warlo.
He got quick inside the paint, but I felt he could have had one more dribble to go that right side of the floor, or could have gotten past that defense. Pero he's a young guy that understands there's so much potential to his play. And we've seen this guy play for Muntinlupa last season.
His free throw din sa ating Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kumpletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas.
And this guy has no quit in him. You know, kahit na kung ilan man ang ilalamang sa kanila o lamang nila, same lang yung effort na binibigay niya.
Pasok yung pangalawa ni Warlo Batak. 38-26. Cabagnot goes right to work. Fouled on his way to the cup. Cabagnot will shoot 2 shots. And curiously, not shooting well from the line this season. Only 62.5%. Usually, nasa 80s nga yan eh. 80% to 85.
Well, he's the leader in terms of minutes played, roughly about 28. Second best when it comes to assists and steals, as well as defensive rebounds.
That's what's amazing, Coach Mike. Both he and Chito Jaime are leading their respective teams in scoring this season. Kasi Cabagnot nga, binanggit mo na rin na most minutes played. Despite him being one of the oldest guys, if not the oldest guy here on the roster.
Pero you have to admire then how Coach Rich Alvarez has managed the minutes of Alex. We've seen that in games. Another basket right there by Pasig, wherein papasok nila si Alex, lalabas nila for X number of minutes, and then he plays almost the entire fourth quarter.
Jerome Garcia just in a different kind of zone right now.
Yeah, agree.
Cabagnot drives left, draws another foul.
That's just read of that mismatch with Jesky Latan. Alex is so much bigger. He's got that bag, he's got that handle, he's got that experience to work against a single coverage defense of Jesky Latan. Just for his part, did his best to try and stop an Alex Cabagnot.
First free throw, no good.
When missed free throws, that's a total of 6 right now that they missed.
Those are his numbers, Cabagnot. And free throw shooting is something that I'm really amused how he's struggling so far. Again,
Oh, wow.
a miss. Concepcion got blocked as he tried to beat the buzzer. And Batak standing his ground. But how about this guy, Jerome Garcia? He's been in and out of the lineup has battled through numerous injuries but exploding here in quarter number 2.
Yeah, 13 points on 3 of 5 3-point makes. And, very unconscious yung mga tinitira niya eh. He understands, this is a well set up spot for me, and so I'm gonna take it.
Helping Pasig City claim the lead at the half. They're up by 12 over Basilan, 40-28.
Manny Pacquiao is annihilating Oscar De La Hoya's. That is the most spectacular one-punch set of Manny Pacquiao's incredible career. And he fights his way off and goes down again. Straight left lands for Manny. Does he have Cotto in trouble? Manny Pacquiao is a storm. Another huge left hand by Pacquiao. Punch after punch after punch. And he finds the straight left hand. And there's the punching down. Look at the brilliant accuracy of Manny Pacquiao. Landing with both right and left hands. This is why we use the word sensation.
Cornes catching through three. It's good. And Encho immediately going to work, getting the basket plus a foul. Ildefonso finally buries a free. Manuel, the answer on the other end. Now drop it for three. Good! It's Serrano takes it and makes it.
Encho looks at the crowd of the fans of the Opera Weavers, telling them, let's go.
Manalang gets it back. 8 seconds to work with. They go to Giab against Capulong. Nice fake by Giab. Atake ni Josh Giab! What a move from Josh Giab! Look at the move from Josh Giab. The shot fake. And lets Capulong fly by with that hang time move.
And the thing is, may nakadig pa si si Mitch Maynes.
Olegario drives right at Jego Dario. Finds a way. Oh my! Hindi ko alam paano nagawa ng paraan ni Jay Olegario yun. I could not even find him. Could not even see him. 3 players against J.R. Olegario.
Hindi mo na nga makita.
Kaya nga.
Plus 10 ang Pasay, 14-4. Cyrus Tabi quietly has been having a solid season.
What a pass.
And what a pass. Like you said, papunta kay AJ Coronel.
And that's with the left hand. Usually, players are good with their strong hand, no? Yung mga magagaling pumasa. And this one, though, using the left hand for that behind the back in tight space.
4-point lead para sa Abra. Taiwan. Ildefonso, oh what a move! Dave Ildefonso able to elude the defense. At ito yung magandang galaw ni Dave Ildefonso.
And that's just muscle memory para dito kay Dave Ildefonso.
Risers with a glimmer of hope. Kani. Kani for 3! Oh! Hubert Kani, I tell you, never count the Risers out, especially here on their home floor.
That's right. He rose up with those hands, challenged by Philip Manalang, still knocked it down.
Pasay looks like they're getting a win here after back-to-back losses. Oh, Adlawan could certainly dunk. He'll try for that, and he does! Slam jam for Dolan Adlawan.
Pasok na sa top 3 yun, yung dakdak na yun. Maybe the number 1 play.
They trap Pido. He goes to Himpayan. Waray finds Pingris for the hammer.
Oh boy! Me, oh my! Mark Pingris!
What a slam galing kay Mark Pingris. He went up there.
To Coach Stephen Mapera's playbook that he could have more playing time for Parañaque in the coming games.
Tido.
Oh! The exclamation point to this one!
May pahabol pa!
Nawala tuloy headset ko. Nagulat ako.
That's the first time I've actually seen somebody in the panel lose their headset after a dunk.
Ibang klase naman kasi out of nowhere. And Warlo Batak.
Mina against Darang. 5 seconds to work with. Mina fires a three. Good! Alan Mina! 10 points in the game. And a clutch basket for the Cowboys.
Boy, and what you love about this, the guys on Ilagan, the Cowboys, clutch after clutch.
They have been fouled as well there.
Yup, didn't get to land on where he's supposed to.
Yes.
Oh my.
Big time shot galing kay Allen for 2. 10 seconds on the shot clock for Bataan. Mitchell with the in and out dribble. Mitchell, what a finish! What a finish! And I thought I was watching Dr. J right there. The in and out dribble. Maynes gets deep and adjusts, contorts, and just lays it in with some English. What a spectacular move from Mitchell Maynes.
Dr. J-like, if you ask me.
Ating talaan after the first 2 quarters, 28 for Basilan Star Horse, 40 for the Tropang Pasig representing Pasig City. And Coach Mike, Basilan actually was the one who got things going early here. You know, Gab Dagangon at 7 points all in the first quarter. But itong Pasig City, you know, Mark Montuano got things going din para sa kanya. But pagdating nung second quarter, Coach Mike, Jerome Garcia led the way, scoring all 13 of his points. And yung 27-9 turnaround was really the difference in this one.
Oo, totoo naman. Well, in addition to the three-point makes of Jagers, I felt it was the defense. You know, them forcing the ball on the side towards the half court, blitzing every guy that's high with the ball, and then causing them to commit 8 mistakes and getting 15 points out of it. And the thing is, the bench has really stepped up big. Para dito sa Pasig City, you see guys like Jagars leading the way with 13 points, and Pido and Galicia doing their thing as well. And even the fast break, that's a plus 12 in favor para dito sa Pasig City.
Gab Dagangon leading the way with 7 points, 6 each for Sherwin Concepcion and Eman Calo. Jerome Garcia nga ang namumuno para dito sa tropang Pasig with 13, 7 points apiece for Mark Montuano and Warlo Batak. Enzo Hoson will start the third with Alex Cabagnot, Adi Santos, Ray Marcaduyak, and Jervy Cruz.
At saka kung ikaw ang Pasig, hindi ka pwedeng magpakakampante. You have to know and be reminded na napakaraming veterano rin dito sa side ng Basilan. And they are gonna find a way to try and slowly get themselves back into this game, which is very much doable for Basilan.
Jervy Cruz takes that free, left it short. Bola na agaw ni Mark Montuano.
Those were 2 open looks na hindi nagbasket para dito sa Basilan. That pretty much has been the story so far. They are 8th when it comes to 3-point attempts at 29 per game, to which they make roughly about 8 of them. So you gotta do better job there from 3.
Robbie Manalang played only 8 minutes in the first half. And this guy is averaging the most minutes for Pasig City, 33 minutes a game. Pero binanggit nga natin, Coach Mike, na hindi sila masyadong kinailangan ni Chito Jaime because the bench really stepped up for Pasig.
And one of the reasons why very limited yung minutes ni Robbie Manalang is because that guy right there, Keith Pido, alongside Jess Kilatan, in my opinion, did a good job, lalo na defending earlier when they went to those, pressure blitz, middle of the lane side para dito sa Pasig.
Keith Pido at the line, former University of Perpetual Help player, but spent most of his professional career with the Parañaque Patriots.
He's their #1 steals guy at 1.4 steals per game and second in assist at 2.8.
Spent 3 seasons with Parañaque under Coach Mike Sagigit.
Isa na to sa mga naging produkto ng mentorship ni Coach Mike Sagigit.
Yeah. Santos and Jaime.
Familiar yan, magkakampi yan eh.
Oo.
Was that last season?
Sa Zamboanga.
Yeah, Zamboanga, diba? Right. So parang nakita ko na to sa mga scrimmage natin.
At nagkalaban yan. Tama ba? Alam ko naglaban sila nung finals ng season 1. Kasi, Chito Jaime was with Muntinlupa. I think Adi Santos was with Batangas City under Coach Mactan, if I'm not mistaken. Keith Pido stops on the dime but can't hit that shot just inside the arc.
Oh, look at Alex Cabagnot serving immediately. Once he gets that ball, they says, no, we don't have any, so we're setting this up.
Point set. Cabagnot pumped right out of his position by Keith Pido.
Yeah, kasi alam na ni Keith, pag nakarating yan sa middle thirds of the floor and he's as close as he can be, mahirapan siyang pigilan si Alex Cabagnot. And so he has to push him towards the outer thirds of the floor.
Katuyak sa poste. Found the angle attacking Robbie Manalang. 2 more free throws coming up for Ray Marcaduyak.
You have height advantage. You've got heft advantage down on the low block against Robbie Manalang. Speed, you might say, almost very similar for both. But once you get up close to that rim, power is going to be a factor.
This free throw at sa atin na Extreme Appliances ang subok at kumpletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Pasok yung unang free throw ni Raymar Kaduyak.
That's why it's very important if you guys are playing basketball that to understand full length of the floor that normally is speed. But once you get closer, you have to have that good deceleration so that you can use your strength inside.
11-point lead for Pasig City. Chito Jaime operating inside. That one bouncing out. And to make matters worse, foul will be called on Pachits.
I like how both these teams have actually played the last two possessions. Pretty much target basketball. You try to figure out saan kami advantage. Yun ang magiging point of attack mo. Kanina, yung atake na yun. Ooh, what a cut!
Great backdoor cut by Enzo Hozon.
A good backdoor. And really just a good read. I dribble at you, you cut backdoor, especially if you're overplayed by your man.
Lead back down to single digits. 41-32. Tamayo going right at Adi Santos for that powerful basket.
Pareho lang yung ginawa kanina ni Alex Santos, no? Alex Cabagnot rather, nung binabantayan siya ni Keith Pido. Same thing that Lester did against Adi Santos, but he was successful in keeping him deep in the paint.
Cabagnot can't convert from free. Foul whistled against Basilan. It will go against Raymar Kaduyak. Assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Struggles in the missed threes. Para dito sa Basilan, they're 1 out of 15. And you've got a good set of players capable of shooting from there.
Tamayo sa loob. Dadagdagan ulit ang kalamangan nila, up by a baker's dozen, 45-32. Santos, short. Pido, the rebound. Tatakbo Pasig. Pido, the pass. Manalang for free. Yes! Pasig City pouring it on here in the third period.
And a classic Robbie Manalang right there. And you draw everybody on that right side of the floor, forgetting the weak side. And you leave Robbie with a really good touch from three.
And this is now up to 16, the lead. And we'll pause for a break. We'll be back. Still with us here at the Alonte Sports Arena as we now give you the Gixxer fan of the game, born for greatness. And mamaya, maglalaban naman ang Davao Occidental at Binyan. Steph Benito, who's the one hugging little kid, the better half of Enzo Navarro. By the way, si Renzo Navarro, ang galing na mag-analyst sa Junior MPBL, Coach Mike.
Ah, talaga?
Oo, pakinggan mo. Parang yung kapatid lang yung assistant coach ng ng Basilan
Oo, Coach Melo.
No, I'm not kidding. He was partnered with Jaime as, of course, Pasig City team owner. Wala iba kundi si Mr. Buddy Encarnado.
Always very supportive of his team. And you like owners who are nandun sa mga laro, no? Show support.
And si Boss Buddy, he takes pride in having a team consisting of one. Yung mga katulad ni Kenny Roacorva dati for Pasig.
Right.
Yung mga out of nowhere, biglang diamond in the rough. Number 2, yung mga masasabi natin baka nakalimutan na manlalaro pero nabibigyan ng oportunidad ng pagkakataon dito sa Pasig. And boy, these guys, Mark Montuano, Chito Jaime, Jerome Garcia, Rocky Asidre, they have found some rebirth here playing for this team.
Right. Agree. Kasama mo doon sa listahan si Noby Lucero, of course.
O dati.
And right now, parang ang what Sir Buds is very proud of is Warlo Batak here for Pasig.
Si Alex Abagnot, kinakailangan pumayod dito. Lumobo na yung kalamangan ng Pasig. Hickser, great move of the game, born for greatness.
See this drive right here, finally getting something off the glass. And a good breakdown on the defense of Tamayo. Pretty much that perimeter defense got tested against the very crafty Alex Cabagnot.
6 the free throw, lead down to 15. Coach Mactan, Arvid Santos. Jacob Galicia will check in for Lester Tamayo. You like, Coach Mike, how yung starters na-sustain yung ginawang outburst nung bench nila nung second period.
Oo, totoo yan. Basilan, I like to think, gotta start to make a run here.
Kick out pass, Concepcion is free for a free automatic.
Your best three-point shooter getting open. And you have to be mindful where he is. And you gotta find him.
Cabagnot making things happen. 3-point play on one side and then that assist to Concepcion on the next play. 6-0 run by Basilan. Approaching the halfway point of the third. Calo with a steal. He is ahead of the pack. Lays it up and in.
Perfectly done peel-off defense there by Basilan. They switch over on Robbie Manalang. Eman Calo peeled off his initial defender to help out a beat teammate. Got that steal and that run. Ganda ng depensa na yan.
One and done for Pasig. Basilan making their move. Cabagnot for free. No good.
Yeah, he felt it. every Basilan guy on the bench felt that that shot was gonna go in.
Manalang facing a double team. Calo unable to anticipate that pass. Forward to Alex Cabagnot. The layup is good.
Boy, somebody give that guy, Eman Calo, twice. He's got steals and deflections, peeling off his primary defensive assignment to help out. Look at that. He peeled off against Pido, got that ball, made that outlet, and Alex Cabagnot really just finished with that beautiful finger roll.
Fast break the game brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme Magpalamig. Free installation for split-type air conditioners. And this is now 10 unanswered points for the Basilan Star Horse. They draw to within 8, 50-42. Ryan Mendoza in the house. Daming Cebu Classic dito, Coach Mike.
Oo nga.
This fan of the game brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL.
And now it's Pasig's turn to respond to this run. Alam mong magkakaroon ng run itong Basilan. And I'm sure si Coach Aldrin also is aware of that.
And, you know, you mentioned that run. They did that in a matter of a couple of minutes.
Right.
Ganun kabilis yung comeback nitong Basilan.
That's their biggest scoring run, 10 points.
Chito Jaime, pupukol sa 3. Has yet to find the range. Eman Calo onto the front court. Masturan. Fouled by Jacob Galicia.
And Alex Cabagnot is loving how Jimboy Pastoran played that sequence. That just shows you kung gaano kakumpiyansa ang isang Alex Cabagnot kay Jimboy Pastoran at kung anong may offer niya para dito sa Basilan. It can't all be Alex Cabagnot. Somebody else gotta step up And the strong feel is that Jimboy is one of those guys.
Pasturan at the line. Chance to make this a 2-possession ball game. But the first free throw will not go over the former Benin Blazer, Jimboy. Special deal from MonixBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. 50-43. Under 4 minutes to go here in the third. Keith Pido going right at Pasturan, but Jimboy standing his ground as Sindre steps back for a free, left it short. Concepcion finally tracks it down for Basilan.
You've got a shooter, you've got a dribble drive guy, you've got a big man that can stretch the floor, and then you've got Jimboy Pastoran.
14-0 blast for Basilan. Pasig City has been scoreless for the last 3 minutes.
30% three-point. Oh, another steal!
Calo off to the races. Lays it up and in.
Wow. This is just total team effort by Basilan. But starting off with those 3 crucial steals by Eman Calo.
16 consecutive points for the Basilan Star Horse. Galicia, the pass. Garcia, the free. No. Cruz grabs the rebound. Calo will slow things down for the Basilan Star Horse.
Eman Calo just keeps on playing under control.
Jimboy to Jervy. Alex, swing pass for the lead. No! Rebound tracked down by Pasig.
Dito na masusubukan ng ang composure nitong Pasig. Sure, they gotta run, and you rarely scored here in this quarter. You gotta go back to how you did it in the second, and one way to do that is go back to the hottest hand from Pasig. That's Jagars.
Garcia attacking the closeout. Boy, Jimboy Pasturan oozing with confidence, nailing this 3-point shot, and then Eman Calo. That's his 3rd steal in this quarter alone, Coach Mike.
Right.
Making things happen.
Kaya it's very important that these guys stay composed, itong Pasig.
Yeah. So a long way to go. But momentum clearly on the side of Basilan right now. Keith Pido overshooting the target. Calo, the pass to Jimboy. Pasturan inside. But a little bit out of control. Trying to feed it off to Jervy Cruz.
Definitely out of control. Didn't have space. Couldn't decelerate at the right time. He had Jervy running the floor. And a part of me believes that Jervy might have thought that Jimboy is going to rise up and take that 3 with all the defense packed towards the paint.
Pasig City scoreless for 4.5 minutes already. Their last basket was around the 6-minute mark of the third. Reyes tries a free. No good. Concepcion grabs and goes for Basilan. The pass to Dagangon. Stop and pop jumper off the glass. Wala din. Warlo Batak. Lost it.
Wow.
Dagangon. Concepcion is free and we are tied at 50 apiece.
And for the nth time this quarter, we've seen Eman Calo put his body on the line to stop an offensive attack by Pasig. This is an Eman Calo defensive quarter, if you ask me.
Chito Jaime, still no go. The offensive rebounds are keeping Pasig City afloat here. As Warlo Batak gets that basket, that will count, plus a foul.
And you see with how he elevates, I don't think there's anyone that could go up there as high as he does. And so long as he stays in control inside the paint and doesn't rush it, he's got advantage.
That snaps that 18-0 run by Basilan. Much needed baskets from Warlo Batak.
They're gonna go for a 2-4-1 here.
Jimboy against Robbie Manalang. Pasturan. Gives it up to Sherwin Concepcion. 9 on their shot clock. Jervy
Jervy.
Cruz, catch and shoot
Yeah.
3. Book it.
They got so consumed by that roll action on that two-man game. Forgot about Jervy on the slot to slot. And Jervy, for the most part, give him space, he's gonna take it.
About a 4-second differential between shot and game clock. Batak against Cabagnot. Ooh, steal. Basilan a chance to take the lead to close out the third, and a foul called on Robbie Manalang with 5 seconds left.
Boy, 9 steals already in the game para dito sa Basilan.
6 of those coming in this quarter alone.
Right, in this quarter alone, they had only 3 at the half. When you look at the points of turnovers, it's 15 versus 11.
2 free throws coming up from Jimboy Pasturan. Finally gives Basilan the lead after trailing by 18 points earlier.
Wow, huge turnaround. And this really started on the defensive side.
55-53 Basilan. Manalang puts it up from free. No good. And how about the Basilan Star Horse closing out the third period on a 23-3 run. Highlights of the game brought to you by Sip Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration.
Well, initially, Basilan was trying to figure out where we're going to get our scoring. Alex Cabagnot broke down that defense, found Sherwin Concepcion, and then Eman Calo really just happened. All those steals, a huge part of those 6 steals to which they converted 15 points of turnovers. They had none in that stat line in the first half. But boy, what a defensive game by Basilan, especially from Eman Calo, and the shooter makes from 3.
All 3 of his steals coming in the third, and we head into the fourth quarter. Basilan reclaiming the lead over Pasig City, 55-53. Apones catching through 3, it's good. And Encho immediately going to work, getting the basket plus a foul. Ildefonso finally buries a free. Manuel, the answer on the other end. Ralph Robin for 3. Good! It's Serrano, takes it and makes it.
Encho looks at the crowd of the fans of the Opera Weavers, telling them, let's go.
I am so thrilled and excited to come back with you to Banggit Abra, Coach Mike. 2 powerhouse teams in the North collide in the Pangasinan Heatwaves and the Abra Solid North Weavers.
Oh, that's going to be an interesting game. I mean, you know, there's a lot of pride on the side of Pangasinan Heatwaves. And it's going to be a good test for both teams, actually, to see where they are here in the season, especially midway of the games.
Quarter scoring po natin. No, close first quarter. Pasig City behind 13 points from Jerome Garcia, outscoring Basilan by 13, 26-13. And then Pasig was already up by 18 points at around the 6-minute mark. And then Basilan behind Jimboy Pasturan and the rest of the guys. This is now 25-3, the run currently by the Basilan Star Horse.
Well, Jimboy Pasturan has woken up in the last 3 minutes or so. And his confidence is back. We've been talking about him earlier. I've been saying Jimboy Pasturan, with how he played in Manila, plays the same way here in Basilan, is going to be big for their team. And the thing is, he's getting the support of Alex Cabagnot and the rest of the veterans of his team.
Manalang to trigger it in from the baseline. Jerome Garcia. Lost it. Kabagnot retrieving it for Basilan. He's joined by Jimboy Pasturan, Jason Grimaldo, Gab Dagangon, and Sherwin Concepcion.
Oh no.
Pasturan is heating up here for Basilan.
Oh, you know that shot was gonna go in. The moment that screen got hit, leaving Pastoran on that left side, without a doubt, this is Manila version Jimboy Pastoran we're seeing.
Jimboy Pasturan, 11 of his 13 points coming here in the second half. Nailing that cold-blooded three to pad the lead up here, 60-53.
And you just like how Jimboy used that screen. Made the defender Robbie Manalang really close to that screen, and Manalang takes it back.
Great response from Robbie Manalang.
Well, let's not forget, Robbie Manalang's a crafty player too. Got so much pride in his bag, and he's not gonna just let this slip away.
Jimboy, the floater, no. First miss from the field from Pasturan. But they get the ball back. Kabagnot lays it up and in.
And see, that's the beauty of Jimboy Pastoran playing. You get Alex Cabagnot, who's playing off ball now, with the defenders not primarily focusing on him.
Hasn't really shot well from the field tonight, Alex Cabagnot. How about Mark Montuano getting the basket from beyond the arc, plus a foul.
And there's just so much grit on these guys. So much grit. And you love to compete. We were talking about this top of the coverage. Magandang laban ito kasi digdigan malamang.
As Mark Montuano made that shot, we saw Alex Cabagnot come here giving high fives to the guys. This was despite the fact that Montuano just made a shot.
Oh yeah.
Alam mo bakit? He feels the intensity of this game.
That's right. At saka, he likes how his team is doing right now. It's night and day with how they started this game.
Well, this is reminiscent of that Pasig City, Batangas City game. And, Basilan with Jervy Cruz taking that free off the mark. Let's see if Pasig City has learned their lesson. Robbie Manalang steps into a free, knocks that one down. Robbie Manalang with 9 points. 6 coming here in the fourth. We are deadlocked at 62 apiece. Inside, Dagangon, wala. Good stop by Pasig City. Chance there for them to retake the lead. Manalang floats it up, and a foul called on Basilan. So Manalang will shoot 2 free throws. Robbie Manalang playing the most minutes, returning here in Pasig, but has stepped it up as of late. You see his numbers on the screen, but in his last 5 games, averaging 12 points and 6.4 assists.
The threes have actually been a struggle all season long so far para dito kay Robbie. He's just shooting 24%, but alam mo so much better than that and the way that he shoots it in succession.
You could just feel it's only a matter of time before we get a big game out of him. Meanwhile, Pasig City responding really well after that onslaught by Basilan. They're on the midst of an 11-2 run. Oh, basket and one! Nakanakaw ang Basilan on that baseline out-of-bounds play.
Ganda ng misdirection doon. A couple of curls. First it was Enzo, then Alex was filling in from the back. They thought that ball was going to go to Alex, but Enzo just finished it off.
Play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Game remains tied after that miss from the line by Hoson. 6:30 left in the fourth. Manalang, the man of the moment,
Empty ball screen again.
Tamayo. Great denial by Cabagnot. Poking that ball loose. Alex using his right hand. Did not have the angle for that bank shot. Jeremy Cruz, the hook shot. Wala pa din.
Couple of missed opportunities for Basilan there. Robbie's gonna make them pay.
Manalang just off to the right. Calo will slow things down for Basilan.
Yeah, that's his favorite side of the floor. That left side three. If you talk about Robbie Manalang, I know he felt good when he released that.
Enzo Hoson kicks it out to Cruz. Calo, quick trigger. Off the mark. Manalang grabs the rebound for Pasig.
Empty possession after empty possession here for both teams.
Now guarded by Hoson. Manalang. Montuano attacking Adi Santos. 2 free throws coming up after that foul by Adi Santos.
Well, na-force si Adi Santos doon na mag-close out against Montano kasi kanina naka 3 points na si Mark. And so once he got that and the defense was close enough for him to put the ball on the floor and make it a foot race. Alex goes to the bench. I'm pretty sure he's going to be coming back probably the 3-minute mark to try and finish off this game.
Mark Montuano at the line. 12 points today for Mark Montuano. We mentioned how he's been struggling in his last 4 games. Only 6.3 points on 25% shooting. As you'd like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. A split at the line, 65-64.
So far, Basilan's got 4 guys who are shooting really well right now from 3. Eman Calo has not missed. Alex Cabagnot is 3 out of 5.
Calo for free!
Oh, as we talked about it, his second 3 right now. The guy has not missed from 3 yet.
Eman Calo with 12 points, 6 assists, and 3 steals. Montuano drives right again, off his foot. No, it's against Basilan.
They're gonna review this. I felt that hit the foot
Of Montuano, no?
of Montano, right? Somebody from Pasig. I'm not so sure who it is. But again, kung babalikan mo yung play na yun, who caused that ball to be deflected? Eman Calo. He just keeps getting in there, trying to make things difficult and uncomfortable para dito sa Pasig.
All right, we await the result of this challenge. We'll be right back.
The challenge made by Basilan is successful. Star Horse
Successful
Basketball.
challenge, Coach Mike, by Coach Rich Alvarez.
Yeah, because from where we stand, it sure looked like it hit the foot of Montuano. There you go, before it went out.
Basilan trailing. Zori leading by 2, 67-65. Past the halfway point of the 4th.
Staga, gotta watch out for Eman.
Concepcion from mid-range. No. Tamayo the rebound.
Very makeable shot, huh? He missed it.
Manalang will reset their offense. Someone fell down. Tamayo.
Tamayo, right? He's having cramps.
No, given the intensity of this game, it's not much of a surprise.
Yeah. And all because they played a lot of defense in the first half. And then Basilan comes back playing their own style of defense. It's been up and down.
Four and 33 left here in the 4th period. Yeah, got entangled with his teammate. Si Montuano nasa loob na, pero alam mo, Coach Mike, nakikita ko dito sa Basilan, they're disruptive in terms of making, kahit nabibit na sila off the dribble, nandun pa rin sila eh.
Here's one other story, Ken. At the half, it was 23-8 bench points. Now, it's 24 for Pasig. They scored only one coming off a guy on the bench and 25 para
Alright.
dito sa Basilan.
We'll pause for a break. We'll be back to the result of this challenge.
The challenge of Basilan was unsuccessful.
This time, unsuccessful na.
Okay naman kay Coach Rich. Okay naman kay Coach Rich. Kumbaga sa caption eh, tama naman sila.
Tatapik.
But again, going back to our discussion earlier, it's 25-1 bench point scoring here in the second half. A plus 24 advantage para dito sa Basilan.
So it's great that you mentioned that, Coach Mike, as Montuano misses that shot because coming into this game, they were just separated by 0.1 in terms of bench points. Number 9, ang Basilan, 41.5. Number 10 naman, ang Pasig with 41.4. Ngayong gabi, lamang ang Basilan, 33-24 as that free is put in by Sherwin Concepcion.
And let's remind ourselves who made that pass. Who drew that second defender with him? Eman Calo.
Grabe. Montuano refusing to wilt. And he draws another foul.
And I feel the key change on Basilan from a bench point perspective. You see that 3 by Eman Calo off a curl and a catch and shoot. The change, in my opinion, has been bringing Alex Cabagnot, Jervy Cruz, and Adi Santos off the bench.
But Montuano at the line. Ooh, he has missed a couple of free throws already. Actually, 1 out of 4.
Yeah, and he's frustrated because he's almost an 80% free throw shooter. And, you know, kumpiyansa ka na mapapasok mo, pero too strong.
Special deal from 1xBet. Scan a QR code and claim your special offer.
That one's off.
Jervy Cruz, the rebound. Those are gonna hurt. Lead still at 5, 70-65. Pasturan.
Jervy's free.
Concepcion sa loob, wala.
Oh, I thought Jervy was free on that left side.
Warlo Batak nagdadala ng bola para dito sa Pasig. Asidre has yet to make a free.
Ooh.
Can't hit it.
Couldn't catch a rhythm.
Approaching 3 minutes here in the fourth.
Middle action again. One-on-one against Robbie.
Jimboy splitting the defense. Kick out pass.
no.
Jervy Cruz for free. Off the mark.
Those are a couple of shooters right there. Jervy and Sherwin, ano?
Manalang from the free throw line. Hard arcing shot. No good. Bola na tapik palabas ng Basilan. It will stay with Pasig City. Alex Cabagnot returns for Enzo Hozon.
Very important baseline out of bounds here. They're gonna look to exit screen Robbie Manalang on that corner.
And you-
Didn't go to him.
And you know, Coach Mike, who's missing right now for Pasig as Warlo Batak makes his move to the basket. Chito Jaime has only played 14 and a half minutes.
Yeah.
Scoreless. 0 of 5 shooting from the field. So Coach Aldrin Morante opting for this unit right now. Concepcion, no.
He had a good look. He had a good look.
Manalang for the tie. Pops out. Galicia swoops in and puts it back in for Pasig City.
Boy, both these teams just refuse to give up.
Down to our final 2 minutes in regulation. Cabagnot drives right. Oh man, such a crafty veteran. Alex Cabagnot draws the foul.
And you see how he reacted after that hard hit? He just, stayed in there. Kept his cool. Ganda ng putback na yun ni Jacob.
Second chance points again coming in handy for Pasig. Cabagnot is only 3 of 5 from the line tonight. Big free throw. Jacob Galicia, 6 points but 13 rebounds. 3 coming off the offensive glass.
Tsaka itong dalawang teams na to, ang dami lang nilaro nito na dikit yung laban. And so, nothing new here for both teams.
2 for 2 at the line for Alex. Coach Aldrin Morante will use one of his timeouts with 1 minute and 48 left here in the fourth. They're down by 3, 72-69. Binyan will defend their home turf once again, this time against the Season 3 champions of the MPBL, the Davao Occidental Tigers. Binyan has won 7 straight at home after that opening game loss against Mindoro. Next 3 games ng Basilan naman, June 18 kontra Parañaque, June 25 against the One Bataan Risers. On July 5, kalaban naman nila ang Pangasinan Heatwaves.
Kaya napaka-importante nitong laban na to sa Basilan at ganun din sa Pasig kasi yung 2 of their next 3 games are gonna be crucial.
Yeah. Pasig City trailing by 3 points. So they're just sorting it out kung saan sila mag-i-inbound. So they're gonna inbound it on the left side of the floor. 14 on their shot clock. Marlo Batak to trigger it in from the sideline. Joined by Asidre, Manalang, Montuano, and Galicia. So still no Chito Jaime on the floor for Pasig, as well as Jerome Garcia.
Stagger for Robbie.
Manalang laban kay Eman Calo. 3 on their shot clock. Montuano is free but will not get off a shot in time.
Again, another good defensive stop by Eman Calo. He just stayed right in front of Mark. Mark was supposed to catch and shoot, but Eman was there preventing that from happening.
72-69. Eman Calo gets past the defense, lays it up and in. Oh man, Eman Calo putting on a show.
Well, he was done with defensive coverages for the most part and finished it off with that layup.
Making this a 2-possession ball game. Warlo Batak goes right at Sherwin Concepcion, getting the basket and the foul. 3-point play opportunity coming up.
No, how about Warlo Batak right here? In moments when they needed points, he's been the guy that's risen para dito sa Pasig.
Warlo Batak to cut the lead down to 2. 74-72. 1 minute and 5 left here in the fourth. Eman Calo laban kay Robbie Manalang. Calo for free, short. Babalik sa kanilang bola but only 14 on their shot clock. Kabagnot. He lives for this moment but here turns the ball over.
Good defensive stop there by Pasig.
Pagkakataon para sa kanila.
Down 2.
Manalang against Pasturan. The pass to Montuano. Gets inside. Galicia gets the basket underneath and we are tied at 24 apiece.
Well, that time around, Pasig played that sequence well. Eman Calo tried to peel off again when he was late. And so a good composure. See that pass? Eman peeled off. Good fake. Good dish. Good finish for Galicia.
Assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Coach Mike, that took a lot of patience for them to execute that play. And we'll now listen in to the huddles of both squads.
Lahat ng hando, all six na. Lulubog lang tayo para tayo nakamanso.
Patipig ka. Pare, pero may help pa rin yan.
Kaya nga, sandali. Pare lahat. Pag may ito, tumakbo doon, follow down, para tayo nakamanso. Okay?
Screen away, roll, and then no matter what, we gotta get back. Not everyone's spot up.
Let's go, wag na natin papalikin.
Full court inbound. Hey, full court inbound. It's a fake horse. To the post. Okay?
What do you think, Coach Mike?
Well, this is going to be a full court inbound. And one thing clear for Coach Alvin is he's going to have these guys play like a little man zone. They're going to drop on every instance and they're going to switch on every convergence. Mantalang ito namang Basilan, they said they're going to inbound from the back. And then we'll see from here.
So they will use the full 24, not giving Pasig City a chance to get the ball back if they manage the clock well. The crunch man, Alex Cabagnot, they're asking for a clear out against Rocky Asidre.
Right, that's a solo. He's going to watch this.
7 seconds remaining. Cabagnot drives left, pulls up. No! Ball batted around. Montuano grabs the rebound and we are going into overtime. Oh man, what a sequence right there, Coach Mike.
Alex had a shot, just couldn't get it. And they were trying to operate from that left side of the floor. He's trying to melt down that clock, making sure that there'll be little time left for Pasig to even do anything.
You saw Coach Carmelo Navarro. He was communicating with Alex during that last play. But Alex had a good look, just couldn't knock it down. We've seen that go in countless times in his colorful career. But instead, we are headed into 5 more minutes of this one. 74 all at the end of regulation. Mones catching 2-3, it's good. And Encho immediately going to work, getting the basket plus a foul. Ildefonso finally buries a free. Manuel, the answer on the other end. Ralph Robin for 3. Good! It's Serrano who takes it and makes it.
Encho looks at the crowd of the fans of the Abra Weavers, telling them, let's go.
That mouth-watering showdown in Manguet Abra as the Weavers will defend their home court a second time this season. Kalaban nila ang Pangasinan Heatwaves. That's gonna be on Saturday, Coach Mike.
That gym's gonna be packed, as always, from Abra. And that's what you kind of love about Abra, aside from the place being really nice. It's the fans.
Oh, si Big Boy. Inaambangan ko yung introduction mamaya ni Richard Tampos. Favorite ko yan eh. Oo.
Yun eh.
Sana starter. Oh man, another overtime game. Basilan versus Pasig. Now, just to recap our viewers, in the third quarter, as Jervy Cruz makes his move, gets fouled. Kanina, lamang na ang Pasig City around the 6-minute mark. of the third quarter, 50-32. They had an 18-point lead. But Basilan closing out that period with a 23-3 run to grab the lead back at the end of the third, 55-53. And then lamang na yung Basilan dito by 5 during the last minute. But Pasig City, just no quit in them, able to force overtime.
Right. And Basilan went on an all-out 4 field goal shot in their last 4 attempts. They had good looks. They were actually good looks, but couldn't knock it down. And I like how Coach Rich has made that a single coverage game. Walang screen kay Alex. As he strongly feels that Alex is gonna big enough and strong enough to finish, but unfortunately that shot didn't go in.
Coach Aldrin still sticking with this unit. No Chito Jaime. As Mark Montuano with a big-time 3-point shot to give the lead back to Pasig City, 77-76.
And every guy that's one pass away, you expect that a Basilan player is gonna try and peel off and steal that ball away. We saw that in Alex. Oh, what a move.
Alex Cabagnot leaving Rocky Asidre in the dust for the layup.
That, my friend, is what one jab does to you. One jab left, defender gets relocated, you finish with the right hand on a one dribble.
Gusto niya yung matchup na yun eh. Kanina pa niya hinahanap yun.
That's right.
It really feels like he has that advantage over Rocky. Ito si Alex now. Asidre, pocket pass. Batak, for free. Gets it to go! That's a big-time shot.
Where would Pasig be without those crucial points of Warlo Batak?
Not really strong suit. That 3-point shot still a work in progress. Jervy Cruz got fouled again. 2 shots coming up for the former UAP MVP. Unfortunately for Pasig, Jacob Galicia will foul out. That was a great pass going to Warlo Batak.
And one reason, most probably, why you didn't see a immediate closeout on that shot by Warlo Batak, they knew his percentages from there. And so, you know, you're going to live with it. You want to cover the other guys who's been scoring inside the paint. Cheetah's going to come in.
Jacob Galicia finishing the game with 8 points and 14 rebounds. Jervy Cruz calmly sinks another free throw.
Guys really just taking turns in, you know, doing their thing here on the game. This time in the OT, it's Jervy Cruz.
To tie it at 80 apiece. Pasig is 1-0 in overtime, as well as Basilan. Remember, they had that win against Val City, itong Basilan. Pasig won against Bataan in Rizal. Montuano tries another free. Chito Jaime grabs that offensive rebound. And Sherwin Concepcion will be called for that foul.
Did you see that intent of Chito Jaime? He really wanted that offensive rebound.
Sorry, my mistake. 1-1 pala ang Pasig City. They lost in overtime in Calasiao against Davao Occidental before winning that overtime game naman in Rizal against Bataan. So Pasig City 1-1 in overtime. 1-0 naman ang Basilan. Sablay yung unang free throw ni Chito Jaime. Cold off the bench.
He has not shot the ball well this season from the line. It's only 45%. Yeah. Pero alam mo, hindi yun ang ano niya, normal na percentage niya.
Normally mga 70%.
70, right.
Cruz facing up for that jumper. Cold as ice, Jervy Cruz.
And he gives his former teammate in Christian Pajarito that stare on the end line. As you know, Christian's gonna play on the next match for Binyan.
13 points for Jervy Cruz. Chito Jaime swoops down the lane, can't finish. Cabagnot the rebound, but that pass a bit off target.
Little miscommunication between Jimboy Pastoran and Alex. Alex had the right thing in mind. Jimboy was supposed to sprint because he had already advantage. Nobody's right in front of him, and instead, I think he wanted to go middle side of the floor and lost that pass.
Rocky Asidre has yet to make a basket. Jaime drives right. Puts it up. No, Montuano. Another offensive rebound for Pasig City.
A lot of pushing underneath.
10 offensive rebounds now for Tropang Pasig.
Yan yung hinihingi ni Jervy, yung tulak sa baba eh. Jervy's gonna take on this one-on-one again.
Cruz has 6 of his 13 in overtime. Turnaround jumper by Jervy Cruz.
Alright.
And 2 more free throws coming up for Jervy Cruz. Jervy Cruz at the line. Mosbody Encarnado. Intently watching this as Cruz, man. You know, Basilan has struggled from the line, but Jervy Cruz, an aberration. 5 out of 5, all in this overtime period.
Ayun ang nakakatakot dito sa Basilan din eh. Ang lalim eh. Different guys taking over on different parts of the game. This time it's Jervy.
8 of his 15 points coming in the overtime period. We're down to our final 2 minutes of the extra frame. Jaime for free. That one pops out. Cabagnot comes away with it for Basilan.
This time Cabagnot makes sure that he gets that ball to the safe hands. This time of Enzo Hoson.
Cabagnot with a double-double. 13 points, 12 rebounds.
Mismatch right here, they feel.
Cruz, one-on-one against Jaime. Left it short.
Ooh.
Montuano the rebound.
A bit short on that shot.
Manalang against Pasturan. They pull it back out to Warlo Batak. Cabagnot trying to guard him. Warlo Batak hell-bent on getting straight to the cup. And he'll earn 2 free throws.
Warlo Batak is 5 of 7 from the line tonight. He's got 18 points on a 6-9 shooting to go with 4 rebounds and 1 assist.
The youngster getting tested here. 18 points.
Oh, wow.
The 25-year-old calmly sinking the first one.
He's steady from the line. He's 62% from there for the season.
Oh, sablay yung pangalawa. We have a jump ball. Possession arrow pointing to Pasig City.
They're gonna review
But they will review this, yeah. Tabla na naman, Coach Mike.
Yeah. Congratulations daw, sabi ni Javi.
Di ba sabi niya, siya daw yung overtime king.
Oo nga.
Alam mo, eto, tignan muna natin yung replay bago ako mag-comment tungkol dyan. That was a missed free throw by Warlo Batak.
Oh, that looked like
What do you
off
think?
Adi, no?
Oo,
Looked like
Adi.
off Adi.
No, this is important because instead of Pasig City earning the possession via the jump ball, dahil sa review, they will
dahil sa
retain it.
possession arrow.
And tapos, kung mangyaring meron na namang jump ball situation, pabor sa kanila because possession arrow pointing to them.
That's right.
So yun yung importance of that review under the last 2 minutes.
Because that possession arrow stays with them.
Yes. Baseline inbound for the guys in blue. Robbie Manalang against Jimboy Pasturan.
They switched it.
Jaime's
They
free.
switched it.
For free! It's good!
You kind of knew it already. The moment that they made that switch and you're leaving Chito Jaime from top of the key for that free 3, that's dangerous.
Chito Jaime called off the bench with a cold-blooded free. Cabagnot escapes. That floater won't work. And ball will go back to Pasig City. And Chito Jaime.
Well, Jervy switched on this. There's 2 on the ball. You left the shooter behind. Nobody peeled off. And he just rose and knocked it down. Chito Jaime with a timely three.
They will review that last out of bounds play here. Chito Jaime,
Yeah.
only his 4th point. But boy, all 4 of those coming here in the
Right.
extra period.
Pero alam mo kasi si Robbie Manalang, if he's going to his right, he's definitely not gonna rise and shoot a three. He's gonna drive it.
Pasig City
So you understand, next guy that's free is Chito Jaime. And everybody got frozen because defensively for Basilan because they wanted to stay home on their guys.
No need to foul if you're Basilan. They could get a stop and get the ball back. Eman Calo again. Oh, the block by Batak. Jervy Cruz. That shot won't work. Batak with another rebound. Kabagnot. It's off
Oh, yeah,
Pasig.
That's definitely off Pasig. Oh boy, what a game. But what you love about this game, it's played defensively. I mean, these stops, apart from the offensive executions on that shot by Chito Jaime earlier, it's just been good defense. A lot of effort on both these teams. Alex already got beat, but he ball tapped it away from the hand of Mark Montuano.
Basilan down by 3. 20,
They still got
29
time.
seconds remaining.
Yeah, they still got a lot of time.
Actually, don't need to go for the quick free. Pasturan, but Calo is open. Short. Jervy Cruz inside. Oh, another block by Chito Jaime. A jump ball again. They will review this one. Oh, man.
That'll be
Those 2
Pasig, though.
blocks, Coach
Right,
Mike.
Right.
Pasig City standing their ground. Chito Jaime timing that beautifully. Ooh, that's close.
Hindi, tsaka yung effort ni Chito Jaime, I mean, for the most part on the bench, to come in, get those stops. Wow, what a huge effort here by Chito Jaime. He knocked down that three, he got that block.
Grabe. This is a very critical review.
Yeah. But this game I like since that defense started getting in the game, influencing how the game was played in the third and how the games are being played here in overtime. Much as you love the offensive stuff, the defense you gotta admire.
It's a jump ball possession arrow points.
Ay, yung sinasabi ko
Yeah,
kanina,
yeah, yeah.
yung jump ball situation.
So that was,
Kasi kanina, di ba?
right.
Nung ni-review, it was awarded to Pasig.
Mhm.
And ngayon, talagang jump ball na.
Mhm.
It ended up in their possession and they lead by 3.
Pasig is actually shooting 54% from the free throw. The question is, you do a quick foul.
Oh, if you're Basilan.
Yeah.
Each team has
We'll
1
see.
timeout remaining.
They definitely will have to go for a steal first.
They're not going for the foul just yet. Calo poking it.
Ooh.
That's a good foul by Alex.
That's a foul they want to give. And since both teams are already in penalty, Mark Montuano is going to go to the line where he is 1 out of 5. He is 20% from the line.
But he does have 18 points
Yeah.
and 9 rebounds.
Yeah, and for the season, he's actually almost 80%.
78.6 to be exact. But these are 2 big free throws coming up. Two possession ball game after that make.
Pero nagkaroon pa rin ng deflection si Eman Calo dun kanina, no?
Oo.
Muntik pa rin. Good thing that Pasig was able to stay in control.
2 for 2. Coach Rich not calling for time. Pasturan. 12 seconds remaining. Jimboy against Jaime. Eman Calo for 3. No. And it hit the shot lock.
Wow. That might just be it. There's still 6 seconds. We'll see how this goes.
We have a timeout by Pasig City. 5-point lead. for Tropang Pasig. And what a gallant stand here. We'll pause for a break. We'll be back. Susunod na laban po natin is between the Davao Occidental Tigers, Season 3 champions of the MPBL, going up against the team defending their home court for the 9th time this season, the Binyan Tatakjel Beast Motorcycle Tire. But this game between Basilan and Pasig needed 5 more minutes. Pasig will go up against San Juan, Sarangani, and Caloocan. After this one, Chito Jaime receiving the pass. Foul will be called on Sherwin Concepcion. 4 seconds remaining.
Chito Jaime has played quality minutes in overtime. Having to come in to sub for a fouled out Jacob Galicia.
Yeah.
We felt that he was called off the bench.
But credit to him, he did this against Bataan. He hit that free from the left corner over 2 defenders. And then this time, receiving that pass from Robbie Manalang. And boy, breaking that deadlock with that triple. Timeout Basilan, 4 seconds remaining. And we'll return after the short break. Back with us here inside the Alonte Sports Arena for the conclusion of this well-fought match between the Basilan Star Horse and Pasig City. As Basilan using their final timeout, down by 6. Jervy Cruz can't make that shot. He was big in overtime, but his heroics coming up short, because this team, Pasig City, has risen to the occasion once again, Coach Mike.
And so much respect for both these teams, battling it out and keeping everything within the bounds of competition and giving it their best against the attack and the defense and the setup for their opponents. Ganda ng laban na to.
And boy, a lot of heroes for Pasig City. Mark Montuano at 18 points, 9 rebounds. Chito Jaime hit that big free in overtime. But, you know, our best player of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. This young guy, you know, nasubukan siya dito, Coach Mike. He had to grow up right in front of our eyes. But boy, he did deliver, especially this big free in overtime.
Yeah, pretty much. And this is the 5th consecutive time that we've seen Warlow Batak score more than 10 points in a game and in a crucial match like this one against a big team in Basilan.
And our final score in overtime, 84 for the Basilan Star Horse, 90 for Pasig City. And grabbing win number 7, their 5th win in the last 6 games after suffering a 5-game losing skid. They have righted the ship here, and things looking good, especially ngayon naghahabol sila sa North Division. And things are looking bright for Coach Aldrin Morante and the rest of Tropang Pasig, Coach Mike.
Yeah, totoo yan. And, with the way that this Pasig team has actually executed in the end game, a lot of props to the other guys that really performed well, especially for our best player of the game in Warlo Batak.
Ayan, kasama natin ngayon, walang iba kundi si Warlo Batak. Warlo, congratulations on that win. Balikan lang natin yung laro, no? Because kung maalala mo, nung third quarter, naghabol kayo. You guys were down by 18 points. And then nung fourth quarter, lamang na yung Basilan lang 5. Pero na-force nyo pa into overtime. And then you hit that big shot in overtime from free. Tapos meron ka pang block shot on the other end. Anong masasabi mo, no, sa resolve nung pinakita nung team nyo in this ball game?
First of all, nagpapasalamat ako kay Lord kasi binigay sa amin yung panalo to kasi every game is important para sa amin. Siguro, kaya nangyari yun kasi nga nag-stick lang kami sa plan na aming coaches, depensa, and syempre may tiwala kami sa isa't isa and communication, teamwork din.
Yeah, Warlo, Coach Mike here. First off, congratulations dito sa panalo. Alam mo, napansin ko, ito yata ang pang-5 diretsong laro kung saan nag-score ka ng more than 10 points. Gusto kong maintindihan ano ba ang naging pagbabago sa isang Warlo Batak dito at naging iba yung paglaro mo.
Actually, wala naman lang. Lagi lang iniisip na always put God first and then lagi lang ako nag-ensayo, nag-work hard extra. Yun lang po.
Alright, ito, Warlo, pagkakataon mo nang bumati at pagpasalamat, go ahead.
First of all, shoutout sa Metro Muscle Gym, Boss Jason Zia, and sa Sisas, Boss Ian Deman, and kay Boss Buddy, kay Kuya Richard, and sa coaches ko, and sa teammates ko, and sa family ko sa Bulacan, kay mami daddy ko, sa kuya ko sa babansa, kay Kuya Wariel, sa mga kuya ko, kay ate ko, and pamangkin ko, and sa girlfriend ko, kay Aileen, and sa mga pamangkin niya, and sa Ayang Batak family, and sa tita ko, kay Tita Alma sa Caloocan, and sa mga relatives ko sa ibang bansa, shoutout sa inyo, and sa 11 Athletics, kay Kuya Kyle, kay Coach Rai, and kay Axel din, shoutout sa inyo, and sa tropa ko, Laladi, shoutout sa inyo, and sa to all the fans ng Pasig City, thank you sa support nyo, and sa MPBL, salamat po sa inyo.
Maraming salamat din sa iyo, Warlo Batak, again, our best player of the game, and congratulations to Pasig City again. Our best player of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. And susunod na laban po natin, dalawang kupunan ulit sa South Division ang magtatagisan dito. Davao Occidental Tigers kalaban ang Binyan Beast Motorcycle Tire Game X. Huwag kayong aalis, manatiling nakatutok sa Marliga Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.